The catastrophes of Stalin's Russia and Mao's China are very well known, but the bloody record of socialism has numerous obscure traumas to its name too, and one of those is Guinea-Bissau. Situated in West Africa, Guinea-Bissau has long been linked with the Atlantic islands of Cape Verde, and both are former colonies of Portugal. It's undeniable that the struggle for independence played a major role, but so did the characteristically ardent nature of international socialism. This story began in 1956 with the foundation of PAIGC, the African Party for the Independence of Guinea and Cape Verde. That movement was initially led by Rafael Barbosa and Amilcar Cabral, and it quickly won the military and logistical backing of Cuba, the Soviet Union, China, Czechoslovakia, and Yugoslavia. They focused on armed resistance and took a Maoist approach by focusing on the rural peasantry. A large guerrilla insurgency began, supported by radical leftists from Senegal. They blew up bridges, cut telegraph lines, destroyed parts of highways, assaulted administrative posts, and attacked Fula villages. It's estimated that some 5,000 civilians were killed by their campaign, along with thousands more Portuguese. The rebellion also won support from Muammar Gaddafi in Libya and the Marxist government of Algeria. Nicolae Ceausescu's Romania also gave support, as did other Eastern Bloc countries like Poland, Bulgaria, and East Germany. Cuba's support was limited, but that of China and Russia, who provoked and encouraged a wider scale conflict, was significant. As the war dragged on, it led to significant property damage and created about 200,000 homeless refugees who fled to Senegal and other neighbouring countries. Portugal were widely condemned after plotting to overthrow Ahmed Sékou Touré, the president of neighbouring Guinea, who had won independence from de Gaulle's France by merely asking for it. On 20th of January 1973, in a characteristic factional dispute, Amilcar Cabral was assassinated by members of his own party. The PAIGC then turned inwards and began to purge its own members. Hundreds are believed to have been killed, though the total may be significantly higher. They then rolled out the rockets and ground-to-air missiles that had been provided by the Soviets. Independence was declared in 1973 with a seizure of power by the PAIGC, and this was officially recognised in 1974 when the PAIGC established a Marxist, one-party state under Louis Cabral, Amilcar's half-brother. In a break from socialist tradition, the new state was defined by narrow authoritarianism and economic collapse. In 1980, the government were overthrown in a military coup. A military, revolutionary council was established under João Bernardo Vieira, known as Nino Vieira. He had been the commander of the armed forces and prime minister of the Marxist regime, and he described himself as God's gift to Guinea-Bissau. His revolutionary council ruled until 1984, with elections finally happening in 1994. The country seemed to be limping towards democracy, but it continued to be beset by left-wing factionalism. In 1998, there was another coup, this time led by Brigadier General Azumani Mane, who launched an assault against Vieira's government. In the civil war that raged for over a year, there was appalling bloodshed, and 350,000 more people were displaced. The Marxist authorities had been attempting to subvert elections and to dismiss their political rivals. The rebels demanded that Vieira stand trial for economic crimes, while Kambala Lala was elected president. But economic strife continued, and Azumani Mane was assassinated in the year 2000. In 2003, Lala was overthrown in another coup, and Vieira returned as president once more. PAIGC again became the main party, but in 2009, Vieira was assassinated, perhaps as revenge for the murder of the head of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, Bautista Tagmi Noe, the day before. More coups followed in 2012 and in February 2022. The socialist legacy of Guinea-Bissau has established a pattern of authoritarianism, economic failure, violence, and anti-democratic despotism from which it's been unable to break free. It's resulted in decades of instability, stagnation, and bloodshed. Yet another catastrophic failure from socialism's long book of horror. If you want to support this channel, please like, subscribe, and think about buying my books. They're called The Tyranny of the Left, and they go into topics like this in much greater detail. They're available on the links below. Please do feel free to pick them up and let me know what you think. Thank you.